Welcome to The Explainer. Sometimes a single day can tell you everything you need to know about a country, its heartbreak, its challenges, and its incredible spirit. Today, we're diving into one of those days.
So, here's the puzzle we're looking at today. How can a nation be dealing with devastating loss in one place while making history somewhere else? And at the same time, asking some really tough questions about its own democracy. That's the story of contrast we're piecing together.
Okay, so let's start with the hard stuff, the tragedy. We're looking at two separate events where nature's power was just, well, overwhelming, striking different corners of the country at the same time. First, we're in the Kishtwar district of Jammu and Kashmir. A village called Chosodi got hit by what's known as a cloudburst, which is basically a massive, sudden, and terrifyingly heavy downpour, and it was catastrophic. Right away, the number was just heartbreaking. Over 30 people confirmed gone, and the fear was, with the rescue operations happening in such difficult terrain, that number was probably going to go up. For one small community, that is just a staggering, unimaginable loss.
And get this, while all of that was unfolding, you go hundreds of miles away to the nation's capital, Delhi, and the heavy monsoon rains there caused another tragedy. Here, a falling tree took one person's life and badly injured their young daughter. And yeah, the scale is different, one life versus more than 30, but the message is the same, isn't it? Behind every single one of those numbers is a real person, a real family, a devastating story.
Okay, so we've seen the unpredictable power of nature. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the systems we build as humans. Things like democracy and accountability, and how they get tested.
And that brings up a really big question, one every democracy has to face. How do you actually make sure an election is transparent and fair? A recent event in the state of Bihar really puts a spotlight on this.
Okay, get ready for this number, 6.5 million. That's how many voters were apparently removed from the voting lists in Bihar. I mean, that's a massive number. When you hear that, you immediately have to ask, wait, what happened here? And this is where you see the checks and balances of a democracy kick in. The Supreme Court stepped up. They told the Election Commission, look, you need to publish the details of every single one of those 6.5 million people. The court wasn't saying the removals were right or wrong. They were just demanding one thing, transparency. Let the public see what happened.
All right, for our final piece of this puzzle, we're going to pull way, way back. We're moving from issues on the ground to a story of pure human ambition, a journey into one of the last truly unexplored places right here on our own planet.
So you see, at the very same moment the nation is grappling with these tough domestic challenges, a different group of people is looking outward and down. This is a story of a huge national win, and it's all about teamwork and that powerful drive to just discover. And this wasn't something one country did alone. No way. This was a really powerful team-up between Indian aquanauts and French scientific teams. They literally pooled their knowledge and their resources to go somewhere most of us can only dream of. And where were they going? Not to space, but to the deep, freezing, pitch-black waters of the North Atlantic. Seriously, it's one of the toughest, most hostile environments you can find on our planet. So, after all that, what did they achieve? Well, here's the number. Over 5,000 meters deep. Just think about that. That's more than 16,000 feet straight down. For India's deep-sea exploration efforts, this was an absolutely massive leap forward. So this brings us right back to where we started. How does a single country do all of this at once? How do you mourn your dead, check the very foundations of your democracy, and reach for, well, not the stars, but the bottom of the ocean, all in the same breath? A nation isn't just one single story, right? It's this messy, complex, incredible mix of sorrow, scrutiny, and success. And maybe the ability to hold all of that at the same time is the real story here.